Love lies in a ring. Sophia had always believed in fairy tales. She believed in happy endings, in eternal promises, and in love that conquers all. But life was not a fairy tale, and was about to find out in the worst way. Her wedding was only 3 weeks away. The dress was ready, the invitation sent, and her fiancé, Daniel, was the perfect man. Or at least, that's what she had believed until that night. Everything changed when she received an anonymous message. Open your eyes before it's too late. Accompanying the warning, there was a photo that I feel the world crumbling beneath my feet. Daniel, her future husband, embracing another woman and kissing her. The broken heart of a bride, Sophia's heartbeat thundered in her ears. I could breathe. I couldn't think. That night, she waited for Daniel to arrive home. When he entered, with his usual smile, she picked up the phone and showed him the image. Are you going to tell me that it's, understood? Daniel turned pale, but then he sighed and ran a hand through his hair. Sophia, it's not what you think. Don't you dare say that, she shouted, her eyes full of tears. How much you time? He lowered his gaze. 6 months. The silence that followed was unbearable. Have you been deceiving me for half a year and still wanted to marry me? Daniel looked up, desperate ado. I love you, Sophia. She means nothing, but I could no longer believe him. With a broken heart, she took off the engagement ring and dropped it into his hand. If you truly loved me, never, you would have done this. And with those words, Sophia left the house, not knowing where to go, only knowing that she couldn't stay there. A new beginning. The following weeks were a whirlwind of pain. Sophia canceled the wedding, returned her dress, and tried to rebuild herself. But the love she had had for Daniel did not disappear overnight. Then Lucas appeared. He was her best friend in college, the boy who had always made her laugh, the one who had been in her life before Daniel, and the one who, unbeknownst to her, had always loved her in silence. Last night, while Sophia was crying on her sofa, he appeared with a bottle of wine and a sad smile. They say wine fixes broken hearts, he joked, sitting beside her. Sophia let out I laughed through tears. I don't know if it's the wine, but having you here helps. That night, they talked like before, like when they were inseparable. And for the first time in a long time, Sophia felt that her heart could heal. But then, Daniel returned. The return of the past. One afternoon, Sophia found Daniel waiting for her in front of her work. I miss you, he whispered. I made a mistake. I don't want to lose you. His haze eyes filled with tears. You've lost me, Daniel. He took her hand desperately. Give me another chance. Just at that moment, Lucas appeared. I think you've already done enough damage. I go with firmness. Sophia looked at the 2 men in front of her. One had broken her heart, and the other had been there to pick up the pieces. It was time to choose. She took a deep breath, lifted the barbilla, y tomó su decisión. Sophia looked at the 2 men in front of her. Daniel, the man who had promised her a forever, and then destroyed it with a lie. And Lucas, her best friend, the one who had been by his side during the worst moments, the one who had never broken his heart. The wind blew gently between them, but the silence was overwhelming. He took a deep breath and looked at Daniel on firmness. You made me believe in a love that didn't exist. You deceived me and still pretended to marry me. If you had truly loved me, you would never have done that to me. Daniel swallowed. Sophia, no. No more excuses. No more lies. I deserve something better. And for the first time since it all began, she saw it clearly. Daniel was not the love of her life. He had only been a painful lesson. She turned to Lucas, who was looking at her with that mixture of tenderness and patience he had always had for her. You've always been there for me, Sophia said, her voice breaking. You always made me. I knew it was worthwhile, even when I myself didn't believe it. Lucas smiled, but said nothing. He waited. Sophia felt her heart accelerate. For the first time in a long time, she felt free. Perhaps all this time, I have been looking for love in the wrong place. Lucas raised an eyebrow. Are you telling me you finally opened your eyes? Sophia let out a laugh amidst tears and nodded. T.O. Yes, and it was about time. Lucas waited no longer. He took a step forward and embraced her tightly. Daniel looked down, realizing that he had lost her forever. I wish you the best, Sophia. He usurped before moving away. Sophia watched him leave, without resentment, without pain, only with the certainty that she had made the best decision. When she looked at Lucas again, he took her hand. No PR. I promise to be perfect, but I promise never to hurt you. She smiled. That's all I need. And at that moment, as the sun began to set, Sophia knew that her true love story, it was beginning. End.